This is another movie Lingo discussion. I'm Eddie Lingo.
I'm Cody.
I'm Alyssa Jansen.
I'm Nate.
And today we're going to be discussing We Are Your Friends with Zac Efron. Cody, could you please tell us about the movie?
So this movie is just basically Zac Efron and his three friends. It's Cole, Squirrel, a bald guy, and a drug dealer.
Yeah,
Do you remember the other two names?
No.
I don't,
Okay,
actually.
cool. That's what I thought. These four friends are all about, like, Cole is all about becoming, like, a DJ and making the hottest track. And he meets this washed-up sort of DJ who he kind of takes him under his wing and shows him, you know, maybe you need to... Cole makes organic music, or he needs to make organic music. His music needs to flow, and he needs to change his sound. And he meets some people along the way and some tragedies, and basically... It's just Cole's story of how he gets from being just a regular guy to finally playing a music festival and making that one track that everyone's bopping to.
I'm bopping to it. It was depressing.
Yeah.
Depressing, yeah.
How is it depressing?
The song at the end that he had.
It was
that
just
he did at the
emotional.
festival. I don't know. I thought it was depressing. I felt super sad listening to it.
Well, let's start with you. How'd you feel about the movie?
It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen. It was just, I don't know.
It was a movie that I saw.
Yeah, I wasn't mad that I wasn't like, oh, I just
I
wasted
have no opinion.
an hour and a half of my life on this. I didn't know. I was like, okay, I saw it.
Okay. How about you, Cody? How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, same. It was all right. It was a basically average movie. Like, there was nothing super brilliant about it, but
Had
it
an
wasn't.
average cast.
It wasn't terrible. It had more than at least one of those members of the cast were a little bit above average. But,
Zac Efron.
Acting wise, it was average.
still above average. But she instantly makes the movie better.
Zac Efron's a
She
dude.
should just be put in every single movie somewhere in the movie, and it'll just skyrocket.
Honestly, Hollywood, why are you not putting Emily Ratajkowski in all of your movies? She's the prettiest bird on the planet. It was average. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Average.
It's just something that I would expect to see on TV that I would like be like, oh, all right, cool, next.
How'd you feel about it?
Whoa, breaking the mold here. It was average. Although I will say that I liked it more as time went on. When we first started watching this movie, I was like, this is fucking stupid. I was watching
I
it
felt
like,
that
oh god, 3 hours of the fuckboy squad.
Four friends getting high.
But then, like, towards the end, I was like, okay. I feel it a little bit, but still,
Yeah? Is it just average for you?
It's not something I'd go see again, even for free.
I have to agree with that. I thought it was average also. Maybe, you know, I was curious to watch it just because of the director. I think it's Max, I don't know if his last name is Joseph, but the co-host of the MTV show Catfish. You guys watch that? The internet dating scam people, you know. Who,
Oh yeah, I
is
heard
it
about
his
that.
brother?
the guy, Max with the white
Yeah,
hair.
that's his brother.
I thought it was his brother's friend.
Oh, really?
That's Neve's brother's friend. I don't
Oh,
know.
I thought it was Neve's brother.
But
I never watched MTV.
I don't know. But he directed this, so I was curious to find out what, you know, this being his first big feature film, because he's done some award-winning independent stuff. You know, what made him choose it?
Yeah.
And so I went in with my expectations probably a little higher than they should have been. And I was disappointed, but it wasn't disappointed to the point where I would say it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
It was just average, like we all say.
I think I did the complete opposite.
Yeah, I didn't go in expecting it to
I
be
went
anything.
in expecting like the worst. I was like, this is gonna be just a shitty pile of
Right.
feces.
Oh, like, it's Zac Efron as a DJ. Like,
Yeah.
how good can this possibly be?
But then it wasn't terrible, so I was like, all right, this was okay. I left the theater with a light smile on my face.
Right.
Like, okay, I was mildly entertained for an hour and 45
No,
minutes.
I get that. Me having that little bit of knowledge it just made me more excited about it. Just because me also trying to get in the industry, most of the directors I know, they're picky about what they want their very first movie to be. So I didn't. But then some people would just be happy to have the opportunity. And maybe that was the case for him. I don't know. Can't speak to it. But I was just really curious. Like, first feature film. What made you choose it? But maybe it was just the opportunity. You know, he was like, I'm not gonna say no to that. Who am I, right? So let's talk about the cast. You know, let's start with you, Cody. Yeah, I know you definitely loved Emily's role? Do you like her role in it, or you just like
She's
her?
got 2 roles right there.
No, her body is completely devoid of rolls. But no, she's pretty. I get that. But the cast was okay. It wasn't like a super extraordinary cast. Like Zac Efron he's got his charms. I'll give him that. And then the guy who played Squirrel, I kind of liked him. Like I honestly want to see him in more stuff. Like he played like a serious yet funny type of guy. And you see scenes where Zac Efron and Squirrel are hanging out by the beach.
He was the intellectual stoner.
Yeah, basically. But and then that dude from Hunger Games.
James Reed.
Is that his real name or in
That's
the
the
movie?
name of the movie.
Oh, what's his real name? He played wacky facial hair dude. He was okay. He was very cocky and condescending, but I mean that was his character.
Ben West.
He's an alcoholic.
You know you're not good with the names.
Yeah, he's also an alcoholic.
I don't want to say it, but
Yeah, don't say it.
Don't say it.
Because I'll make fun of you forever if you're wrong.
It's Andre 3000.
that wasn't me.
That wasn't you.
I know. I wasn't saying it was you.
I know. I just wanted to point that out. But that wasn't me.
And Emily
It wasn't
Ratajkowski plays the incredibly attractive girl who's underappreciated by the man she's with, and then her and Zac Efron. It was an okay cast. I mean, it was average. It's literally like the only thing I could
Yeah.
give this movie is it's just basically an average movie.
I really liked the cast though. I even though the movie didn't really move me.
Like the cast fit the movie.
Yeah, I felt like the type of atmosphere, the type of people that the hustling, go get it friends, and you got some of them that are just too stupid to realize when they're fucking up a good thing, and then you got the intellectual stoner, and and then the one who's the dreamer, which Zac Efron, he's got that goal, but he's
ever
gonna be better than this?
he's loyal
The
to
only
his
one with an
friends.
actual goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty
And a
much he's
shoebox
got,
full of money.
and then you
Yeah.
have that one friend that's like, I don't know if I'm gonna ever be anything more, so this is a job that's giving me money, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I think that's realistic to
Life.
a lot.
God, I
Yeah, a
can
lot of
feel that
different
guy.
groups.
I can feel that guy so hard.
Right? Like, I want to be an actor, but it's just not going to happen. So this job is paying. I'm good at it. I'm going to take
Yeah.
it. So I felt like it was a good mixture. I liked that about the movie. How did you feel about the cast?
One thing I will say about the cast is the kid from Project Almanac. I couldn't see him as anything other than that
him
kid.
from
Yeah,
Project
it is.
Okay, I
Which
thought
one
so.
was
The
he?
bald
Blonde kid.
The shaved head one.
The
shaved
blonde
head
one that
one.
was bald.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had a little bit of hair, but
He chose to be bald.
I
I couldn't
couldn't
tell
see
you
him
he
as
was.
anything other than the kid from Project Almanac. It looked like shortly after this movie, he moved to California and then became
These are
friends
the
with.
hijinks he got into.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me. But I will say that
Really rude person.
Zac Efron played his part pretty well, which I've never heard of anyone having very many issues with Zac Efron. He seems like a decently okay guy. I know he did a couple things on TV shows. Like he was on Workaholics briefly for
Was
I
he?
think it was an episode. And he was really funny in that. I've never had any problems with Zac Efron. I think he's a good guy.
You know him personally. You never had problems with him?
No, me and him we're close.
That's good.
That's awesome.
We touch butts.
Yeah, he's a real friend because he didn't
Let's
invite you
touch.
to the premiere. He knew better. So, what about you? Did you speak on the cast?
Yeah, it was the cast for the movie. I mean, if you put them in a different movie that you would expect more from them, I feel like you would say that they weren't a good cast. But for this movie, I feel like it fit well. I also feel like I don't know if they're supposed to be like cameos or whatever, but I know there was a Viner, this famous Viner, a person from Vine that was in it.
Oh yeah,
The one who climbs vines.
that was King Bach.
Who?
King Bach. There was a couple of them in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only one that I noticed was the girl
My age
at the
is
beginning that she got
Black guy in the
got,
club said, "Hey, I'm gonna put you on YouTube."
And he's
make you
older
famous."
than you.
the girl
And
that
he
got
knows of my name.
the girl that got with Squirrel. I know she's a Viner, and I feel like because they would stop on people, and I felt like they were supposed to be cameos, but I
What-
didn't know any of them. So
What
I
is
felt
this word you're using?
Viner.
Viner?
Vine, the app, the video app that got.
He knows what it is. He's being
Oh, okay,
interesting.
sorry.
And so
Is it like
There
a
were a
grape-
few people. Even when he
like a
went on
grapevine
stage
owner?
in
Yeah.
summer,
In the
at
grapevine.
Summer Fest, there was a couple of DJs that he came
yeah,
across.
and I just felt like I didn't understand pop culture, and I felt so
all
old.
of pop culture.
Story of
No,
my life.
I just felt so old in the movie. I was like, I don't this kind of music is giving me a headache, and I don't know anybody, and I
This kind of music is making
I
my
didn't-
dentures fall out.
I was like, I'm 19 years old, but this movie, I don't understand it.
All right, cool.
So
I can honestly say I
that
feel
really
that too.
didn't have anything to do with the cast, but I just wanted to throw that in there because
All right,
kind of had to do with the cast.
I got you.
Okay.
We're gonna talk more about that in a minute. Okay, so we all agreed that this movie was kind of average, and as you mentioned before, like you kind of really didn't even really like dive into the environment. You kind of really didn't know
Yeah.
what was going on. I wanna talk about that as far as the movie goes. The overall thing was I felt like there was a hidden message for you to
Smoke meth, hail Satan.
separate from this digital age, get in touch with reality again, because in the beginning, Zac Efron's character was, using the best of all the other DJs around to make his track.
Yeah.
And the guy was telling him, like, you need stuff more organic. And I felt like it was, in the end, you saw when his battery died on his phone and he was jogging, then all of a sudden he took his headphones off and he's hearing all these things. And, I know, that's going to be funny later. So, I feel like...
Can I just say, I saw this woman standing here, and I was like, what if someone just walks in front of me? Like, he just did it.
And here we go again. You're going to be famous one day, bro. All right, so... So anyway, like I feel like when his phone died and they took the headphones off and all of a sudden he's hearing these things around him
he
and
was
then
like forced to listen to.
he separates from the
Yeah.
digital age and he starts coming in touch. I felt like that was an underlying message, and I know I'm going to throw something out there that you guys weren't even born for because it came out in like '84. But there was a movie like that called Tap with Gregory Hines, and it was pretty much the same vibe. So on that level, I connected with the movie like that, even though I wasn't fully aware of everybody that was in the movie. I do like that type of music, so I was anticipating the final track. But I feel like the movie Tap, Gregory Hines, he was a tap dancer, and Sammy Davis Jr. was in as well. And tapping was a thing in the '80s that was just as popular as any other dance or movement, and Gregory Hines would show people his inspirations, like, hey, there's music everywhere. You don't need the band. He took them outside, and there was construction going on, and he got the rhythm when they were, like, pounding the ground and all this other stuff, and he got people dancing in the streets, like Lionel Richie. But anyway, so I felt like this movie was on the same path. Like, you don't have to have the music. It doesn't have to be digital. You can find things from anywhere and just put everything into it. With me saying that, does that kind of elevate the movie for you guys, or are you still just like,
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I don't know. It was still just an average movie for me.
Yeah, I think that's why I started liking it towards the end.
Yeah,
because of that.
I will
You started
admit that
sensing that?
it caught my interest more when that was happening.
Like the scene when he was running.
Yeah, the last scene when he was running and he had his headphones on, I was like, and then it died and his phone died. I was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening
Yeah.
here. Like
Then
I
you
caught onto it
noticed-
and I kind of like was like interested in it.
he started jogging more
Yeah.
without them after that?
Yeah.
You noticed that on the last couple of montages, he was
Yeah.
jogging without them.
He runs funny.
He runs better than Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah.
Are we rating people's running now?
I
Tom
guess.
Cruise.
How many
runs
stars? How does he run?
Oh God.
Tom Cruise does run funny.
Yeah, but it's intense. Tom Cruise makes me want to run.
We watched Gross Protocol last night finally, and I got to see it. And he's running away from the sandstorm, and he's just like
He's not gonna make it.
he's like it's like his arms are doing like a waving motion, and he's running. Anyway,
Tom Cruise makes me want to run. Ever since The Firm.
Tom Cruise makes me want to run away from Tom Cruise.
So, all right. So, let's talk about his mentor / asshole
James Seneca Crane Reed.
Yeah.
I wonder what he looks like without a beard.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can find.
I bet
something
he's got mad baby face.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably only looks really
Like
good with a beard.
like he looks like a baby that's very angry.
Yeah.
I can
He's
see
got
that.
mad baby face.
Like literally mad baby face.
I know when he was going into the filming for
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, he had a beard, and they hadn't decided how they wanted his character to like look exactly on screen.
Okay.
And he came with a beard, and the lady was like,
I know what I want to
then
do.
that's when they
and then
cut
she
in.
started drawing on his face.
and that's when she like started to cut into his beard to make the.
I love
design.
those creative moments like that.
I know what I want to do. Just shaves him.
I liked
Don't move.
I liked
Man.
him. I liked him, honestly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he was definitely, even though
He did a good job.
I'd never
He did
seen
a
him
good
in
job.
anything that he had a lot of words in. Because even in Hunger Games, he
I mean,
doesn't.
like a bigger, strong
yeah,
role.
even in Hunger Games, like he didn't talk. Like like you saw him when he was talking to President Snow and stuff, but you didn't ever really see him like doing a lot. And in this movie, he was like also a normal person, and like he's not really a normal person in Hunger Games. So
I get you on that.
You know
one.
what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
Like-
mean. There's not too many
so
normal
you actually
people
get
in
to
Hunger
see him as a person, and I thought it was interesting.
Games. Yeah, I think
I
his
thought he was good.
what I loved was that
Wes Bentley.
what?
Wes Bentley. That's his name.
Are you sure?
Because I was gonna say Ben Wesley. It's Wes Bentley.
Ben Wyatt.
It's Wes Bentley.
It's Ben Wyatt.
We will see.
Wes Bentley.
You know, I'll post
You
it
know
later
if
if you're wrong.
If it's not, you're.
Wes Bentley.
You're never gonna hear the end of it.
I'm going down with it.
Okay, yeah. So,
Wes Bentley.
okay,
You guys don't have to use it. I'll be the only one that says his name.
all right, no problem. But anyway, I
Just
like.
do one of those like really really poor like video edits where like if that's not his name and we're just like yeah so when and then you see our mouth moving and a black box go over and then you just auto speak over so and so like that's the name of who
We're
it.
gonna use your audio sample for everything.
Michael B. Jordan.
So anyway, I was saying that I feel like what I liked about is that Zac Efron thought he was like so hot in the beginning. You know, he felt, and he was judging him when he met Emily. Like, he looks like a guy that used to be good, and now he's just a sellout.
And he got smacked down hard.
Then when
Yeah.
he comes and he gets the opportunity, it's like, let's hear your music.
Play me something.
I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Oh.
That scene was. I really
It's like,
liked that.
oh,
I
scene.
really
this.
like that scene too. I was
Yeah.
waiting on it to wow
Yeah.
me, and it was just like,
there's a lot of subtleties in their expressions that were well done.
Yeah.
He's like
it was
this is the intro. Let me.
it was
fast
like
forward a little
watching
bit.
someone audition on American
And
Idol
then,
with like
what
Simon
was
Cowell
his
and the
name? Wesley
judge.
Snipes. Wesley Snipes was sitting there, just like.
Um,
I hate
okay.
you guys.
Yeah, it was.
And then at the end when he was just like, so can we call him an Uber?
Yeah, right.
right, yeah,
Can we get rid of this
I'm
guy?
gonna get a drink, call him an Uber, and I was just like, yeah, because, dude, that was like
That was
nothing
a
going on there.
Shitty track.
Yeah, there was
I'm
nothing
just
going
gonna
on
skip
there.
ahead to where it gets good.
Also, like
Still shitty.
Ubers, like just call them an Uber, like that's so like mainstream. They were just like talking about Ubers all the time.
They talked about
So
Ubers once.
mainstream,
I don't
man.
know. I
They
just
literally
feel
said
like
it once in
I
that
just
scene, and
feel
that
like
was
There was a
Ubers-
lot of product plugging.
Ubers haven't been a thing, and then all of a sudden they've been a thing for like the past year, and like this whole movie
It's been
was
longer
like.
than a year that Uber has been around.
I mean,
First of-
but,
wait, hold on.
okay, but no one's like started like talking about Ubers.
Yeah,
That's not true, dude.
Yes, it is.
Uber
No,
is a huge thing in
Ubers
the
are
news.
getting very popular.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a big
Like,
like.
they only mentioned them once in this movie,
I know.
and you're like, and
but I
they're
just
talking
feel
about
like-
them all
I
the
just feel
time.
Like, I just feel like it's like, oh, get them an Uber. Like,
There's like a mini war going on between Uber and like taxi companies.
I understand. I
It's
know.
a big deal.
I think they're much bigger than you think.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Uber, they brought out this hidden gem.
What I'm saying is that.
No, but it sounds like what you're saying is like Ubers are like literally not even that big, and now they're in this movie. Like,
No. That's what I'm saying. Like it's something that has gotten big. Like just how like Vine, like how people are famous because of Vine now.
They're
and
trying to
things like
create
that.
new cliches.
I don't know. I just feel like it was like, oh, don't get him a taxi. Like, no, call him a taxi. Oh, call him an Uber. Like, you know what I mean? It was just.
That's actually a way more common thing than you're making it seem.
Yeah.
It actually is a way of life for a lot of people.
Jason, the
Like,
guy we
but-
worked with, took Ubers to work like every
I
day.
know. I just. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm just
Shout
gonna
out
stop
to you,
now.
Jason.
Because I'm not speaking fluently enough to
To
make
express
my
your point?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just stop.
Well, I apologize.
Shout
for
out to Uber.
misunderstanding.
Never
Uber to
mind.
shout out.
So on this Uber review, wait, we're talking about we are your
We're talking about
friends.
Wesley Snipes. Oh,
There was a lot of product placement in this movie. There
Yeah.
was Apple, there was Uber. Pretty sure there was a headphone company product placement. There was a lot of A lot of electronics placement. There was so much product placement.
There was not as much product placement as Sex Tape with Jennifer Aniston. Did you watch that, Eddie?
No,
You didn't see that?
I wanted
Sex
to,
tape
but
with
I missed
Jennifer
it.
Aniston? You
Or
mean
not
Cameron
Jennifer,
Diaz?
with Cameron Diaz. Sorry.
No, that's
Someone's super
With-
bitter.
you mean
that
with
their
Wesley
first
No,
time didn't go
I
very
was
well.
just I was just thinking. I was like,
There was this one scene where he drops an iPad out of the window. I think it's, who is it? I can't remember what his name is. But he picks it up and looks at the camera and he goes, wow, these things just don't break. And he's just like holding the iPad up to the camera.
It's
But
like
anyway.
it's like that scene in Wayne's World where they're like doing that spoof on product
The
placement.
obvious, yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow, I'm really thirsty. I should drink this Pepsi.
So I want to give a big shout out to the cameo appearance that we had twice. I didn't get his name; he was just that popular. He ran in, ran out. That's what he does. Gonna make him famous on YouTube. Greatly appreciate that. So,
The true homie. Pouring out.
so before we get to the rating, I do want to talk about the evolution of the music. I was actually very disappointed. After hearing the guy tell him how you need to put your heart into it, you need to be more organic, use real music, real sounds, take things and put everything into it and into your music. I was expecting that final track to be a little bit more than what we already been getting through the entire movie,
Yeah.
and I felt like it was on the exact same playing field.
I liked it.
It was
but
just more personal to him, but that
Yeah.
didn't make it.
yeah.
So I felt like he could have still did the same thing he always did, and he would have got that crowd going.
I think one thing that I thought would have been really cool is, have you guys ever seen performances of guys who they loop on stage and they perform with it?
Mm-hmm.
That if he had done that to make his track, so that the people could have seen that he was just using everyday things.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, if he had been on stage at that festival and he had a staple gun or a nail gun and he recorded that sound in front of them
started looping it.
and then started looping that and then did that with everything else and then played the wind chime and had that would have been
they would have
awesome. They would have connected.
seen
They would have
where
been like,
he
oh
got
my
it
god,
from.
like he's just. But for him to just record that on his phone, there's no way anyone in that crowd was
knows
like,
how organic
oh,
that is.
like
Yeah.
they weren't like, oh my god, this song is so good, man. I'm vibing to this nail gun. Like no one knew that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I felt that way too. It was like we're the only ones that know
Know it.
what it's
Yeah.
coming from. So where's the evolution
And
in
the
the music?
shaved kid, he knew because he was the one
he
using the
he
nail
didn't
gun.
show up, so
Oh, that's true.
he didn't even care.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
friends didn't even give a shit.
Which was the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about. What I kind of wanted there to be more,
I wanted them to reconnect.
some kind of
Yeah.
closure at the
The
end.
friendship kind of fell
It's
apart.
dissipated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they killed their friend.
Yeah, the squirrel died, and then
They killed their pet squirrel.
and then slick back hair drug dealer kid was like, I'm out. I'm just gonna do this job. Bye. And
Right.
then
Yeah.
the shaved head blonde kid, Mr.
Kept doing
Project
his
Almanac.
promoting thing.
He's
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna promote clubs and build roofs all day. That's
Yeah.
my life now.
But
Don't you forget.
But after all of that, the movie's called "We Are Your Friends." Like,
Yeah.
are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's why
I thought it was gonna be back like some
sequel.
awakening or some moment where they still just
Almost like an Entourage
I
kinda
hate
deal,
you,
right?
but you're still
Be
my
like,
boy.
"We are your
You know,
friends."
and it.
Kind of like saying how like the limelight and the spotlight. And
Yeah, I thought it was
wasn't
going to come back.
important.
When
It's
I
we are your friends
originally
that
thought
are
it was going to come back to that,
important.
like no matter what you're chasing, we
Yeah.
we are your friends. We were helping you get
Yeah.
through it in the beginning, but it didn't have anything to
Is
do
it-
with any of that.
And his
Isn't
whole
that that's like a title of some song that they use at the beginning of the movie?
There was a
I think
"We Are
that's
Your Friends."
probably the only
Yeah.
reason why they called it that.
Yeah.
That and
Like,
there's
the
a-
song's
well,
actually
the-
pretty cool
Friends
though.
at
the
beginning.
last song that he made had clips of all his friends in it.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe that's why.
Maybe it's a play of saying that
He's
like,
using his friends to get his fame.
that like his real friends are the people like in the crowd who are really going with his music.
They are his friends.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Nah, dude,
Maybe.
the disc is his friend.
Yeah.
he wasn't playing with a disc.
There's a turntable, but it
I don't
wasn't a
think he used
disc.
it.
It was. Yeah, it wasn't a disc. It was like a new age turntable that's
Yeah.
just used for
Just still
recording.
scribbles.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we should just go ahead and rate it. I'm scared now what it's gonna get after realizing that the title had shit to do
Give
with
it
the movie.
green out of 10.
Green out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this movie was a lot more blue.
Yeah.
Can we
Dabba
just?
dee dabba die.
There's literally I just want to give an honorable mention to a scene where they literally just had Emily Ratajkowski dance in front of your face
Yeah,
with a
straight
shirt
up.
that like cuts like this way, and she was like slow motion dancing.
Oh, with the slow motion jiggle.
She
Yeah.
was
You go
very.
on the breast.
Oh, like this, yeah.
She was very confident in that blouse not opening.
Oh, okay.
I will say.
Yeah. If it cut like this, you
No,
would.
I went down like
Oh,
that.
I thought you said it cut
'Cause it
like.
was open.
Oh, I thought you
It was
said
a
it
very
cut like
deep V.
this.
A very
If it
deep
cuts like
V.
this, you don't see anything. But if it cuts like this, you see everything.
There you go.
My bad.
So why don't you go ahead and rate it since we're speaking about Emily and
And those boobs.
yeah,
Average movie, average score. Give it a 5.
5. Simple as that.
Nothing spectacular. A 5 to me on a movie scale is just an average movie, and that's exactly what this was to me.
Yeah, I get that it technically is, but for me, 5 is still insulting. I think 6 is average, but I'm not gonna give it that. But what are you gonna rate it?
I think I gave it like a 4 out of 10. I mean, it was an average movie, but I could have gone without seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I liked Emily,
yeah, but like I don't like.
but I can just wait for Reddit to gif that scene. Then.
Yeah, and I don't like Zac Efron enough to be like, oh my god, Zac Efron, let's go.
You can never like Zac Efron enough.
I mean, 12-year-old
fuck that
me,
guy.
12-year-old me was obsessed with Zac Efron. I had a pic.
That wasn't.
She was
fun.
like, I'm gonna pull that back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull that
you
back.
should because I found that picture.
Did you take it?
No, it was. I
Wow.
was helping Alyssa clean her room once.
about to get
going
saucy.
through her stuff, and in one of her binders, or it was a notebook or something. You just opened it up and like crudely glue sticked onto the inside of the notebook is just a picture of Zac Efron in there.
Bam. All right.
I can dig it.
That was
you-
4th grade.
So what was your rating then? You said 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gave it 5. You gave it 4. How about you, sir?
I was thinking 6, but now that I've molded over in my head a little more, I'm gonna go with a 5 as well. It was just so average.
Yeah.
There were parts of the movie where I was like, what the fuck, and there was parts of the movie where I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So like with all the ups and downs, it
Balanced
just
out.
levels out.
Okay, all right, cool. I was on the path of a 5 until we just talked about the title, and I'm actually pretty fucking pissed about that. So I would have to give it a 4.
Wow.
Yeah, that I didn't see the title, in the end, really working with the friendship. I feel like everybody just kind of went their own way and just like fuck you.
4.5.
Yeah.
So we gave it 4.5.
4.5.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, IMDb out of 4,000. I think when I looked last, it was like about 3,700 rating people. 3,700 different people rated, and they got 6.3. So
That's
Guess
a
we're
little too high for me.
less. We're a
There could
little
also be
less,
people like loving Zac Efron just because he's Zac Efron, so like
or people that are also really obsessed with that.
techno.
That world and
yeah.
that
just more
music.
merciful. We're ruthless.
Yeah, that's also
They hate
cold-blooded.
everything.
awesome.
I
So
don't like. I actually don't
Or
like
Ruthless
movies.
Death Row and then Aftermath.
Oh yeah, how about that? Can I be shook?
Yeah.
I'd be disappointed.
So
if you
which
weren't.
We Are Your Friends characters would you guys be?
I'd be Squirrel.
I'd be Zac Efron because he gets with Emily Ratajkowski. Yeah.
Squirrel. All right, so yeah, that's it. I really, there's nothing else to really say about this movie, guys. If you have a different opinion, let us know in the comments.
I do want to say real quick.
Yeah.
That little end credit scene they had was nice, where
was it?
he gave his money that he made from that
I
job
thought it
to
was
that woman.
pointless. I don't know why they
It was
added
pointless,
that
but it was
whole
heartfelt.
story into it.
No, I mean, hey, that
I don't think he's gonna have enough money in that box
To
to
help
do
her.
anything
Yeah.
with that
Right.
house.
That's still a nice gesture.
It's a nice
It was
gesture.
a nice gesture,
Yeah.
though.
But like,
He didn't
even
realize
if-
that they were screwing them over.
what if like she was like only like
It
$100 short of getting her house, and he actually just spiraled her into more depression?
It could have been like the 5,000. Remember the guy said how the 5,000 was like the money to give so you can get a meeting. It could have been like he had 5,000 in there to give back to her for wasting her time on the meeting.
He also got a $15,000 bonus from that deal with the house.
Oh,
True. So he could have just put he could have given like $20,000.
well,
He
I
gave
didn't
a
even
lot
catch
of
all
money
that.
to that woman.
Yeah, I missed that. I missed
I
that.
honestly didn't either.
I didn't catch all that.
Because
I thought
they
maybe
said
he
that
gave her like maybe like $600 in 20s.
I was thinking maybe
Yeah.
2 G's, because I saw about 1,000 the first montage anyway. But that's me being greedy.
Also, Zac Efron, get a bank account, dude.
No, he's a rubber band man. Anyway, we're getting off track again on a movie that you're probably not even gonna watch. So, this is another movie lingo discussion, and we're shooting right now out of PPF in Davie. Past,
Look at all the
present, and
cool
future.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
Come
we're
here
kinda shooting a little
yourself
side.
and
We
look
got
at
this
it.
Statues, comics, shirts, banners,
People.
pop vinyl.
They sell people here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and awesome cool drinks that Cody loves that I'm actually gonna try later today. So,
Oh, the tentacle grape soda.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta love that tentacle grape.
So thank you for joining us. I'm Eddie Lingo.
I'm Cody.
I'm Alyssa Jansen.
And I'm Nate.
All right, we'll see you on the next one.
I'm used to being last.
Oh yeah, because you're always sitting over here.
I think I have something. This is the best part.
It's the moment before it starts.
That's a lot of beating hearts out there. Think you can handle it?
What's up? I'm Cole Carter.